Alrighty, here we go into Nuke. Let's get ready to roll, folks, as it's time for Team 1 and Gaimin Gladiators to battle it out. Relegation on the line, or at least the relegation tournament for Team 1. Win and they're in playoffs, lose, and they have to fight their way back into ECL for next season. They'll start on the T side of their map. Pick here of Nuke. I'm Boggs, he's Laz, Jacob Halfman, our producer. And it's going to be an A-pop here, a split in towards Mini Mobs leading the charge. Carson and Azen going to try and swing around, tap away for one, no, he actually gets nothing, but Jaspim has a couple. B-Wills takes down one from Mustang, but Maluk and Pesa are able to get a couple of kills back. Jaspim going in from heaven, Maluk still holding the line. He's brought it to a 2v1, and George coming out on the rallying, still up in heaven, trying to cross over, trying to get to sight, drops down, takes a bundle of damage, and is harassed back behind Blue Box. IDK cannot support his in-game leader. Maluk still sitting around, George swinging out, Maluk buying time. George is all going to come down to the 1v1s. Takes the first shot, taps the bomb, George. Low HP on IDK, no armor. He's holding, he's not cleared. And it will be pistol round going the way of Team 1. Bit of a blunder there in the end. Overextension from the Gaimin Gladiators.
Yeah, it was looking so good too. I mean, Gaimin Gladiators were able to get some of those opening duels, and then all of a sudden, it just collapsed. Everything just fell apart in Team 1. Come up big with a big clutch on the 1v2. And now they're going to be able to pick up that pistol. Full investment comes through now. The Galils, the AKs, even the MAC-10 now for Pesadello. Full aggression, going to put that MAC-10 inside the vent. So now they've been able to get some good control. Full save coming in here from the Gaimin Gladiators. A bit of a stack as well. Double player behind Silo. Really waiting things out. Giving out a lot of map control for Team 1 to work with. But this is where they need to be extra careful. Because if you get too close, you get the wrong angle, those pistols are going to get you.
Even though they are USPs, they still can deal some damage. You cannot get lazy against these kinds of buys, against the kind of aimers that are on the Team 1's or on the Gaimin Gladiator side. Likes of Cynic and George, Carson. Jaspimp is evidenced in the last round too. Everyone can put up a big moment here for the Gaimin Gladiators. Pace all the way down to the vents though, just holding it. This is going to be an outside run here for Team 1. Electing to take the long-range duels against the USPs is not a bad idea at all. And B-side's open. So, right now, it's a free bomb plant here for Team 1. We'll get that down. And Gaimin Gladiators might not even go for it. They don't necessarily have to give the kill reward over to Team 1. So they could just wait for the bomb detonation, sit back, and run it back in round number 3.
Yeah, now they're going to hear the bomb plants coming through, so now they can just figure out what they want to go for. And again, since this is all 5 players alive, they can set themselves up for a bit of an exit situation. Wow, that's a tongue twister, apparently. We'll see if they're going to be able to twist some heads, though. Got the Lurk, Mobs, the recent player. He actually gets annihilated. And now they're going to be able to pick up a free rifle. Now they're looking for a little bit more. Pesadello. Ooh, nice little drive-by. Full sprint. RNG. Beauty of the MAC-10.
Hold W with the Mac Daddy. There's one more kill.
They're just going in. And yeah. Maluk? Alright, there we go. That's fine. Chris is averted.
Yep. Evil's just saving the Galil. Which,
smart play.
Yeah, you can get some extra utility with that. It'll be good for the Gaimin Gladiator CT side. It's basically an M4 anyways, so... A4, that is, not the A1S.
Yeah,
if it was an A1S, then...
Don't let Vu get in here. He's going to get all upset about this. But I think for CT side too, having that gun, like you said, it's perfect. Because like, look at the money situation he has. He has 1950. He bought, you know, obviously spent some money in the armor and the kit and some util, but that's going to be beneficial, especially moving things forward. Loss bonus is still in effect here for Gaimin Gladiators.
Yeah, it is. They'd like to nip this one in the bud here early, cut that deficit in half with 1 round on the board. Lots of spam coming in from Team 1, nothing really connecting. Little bit of nade damage onto Carson. Ooh, we'll take a little bit more. Down to 83. IDK, though, gets mowed down by Cynic. That's a big pickup for the Gaimin Gladiators. A good outside kill. And now that makes Team 1 have a lot of work to do to get in on towards the A site, which is still their target. Carson spammed a lot out of that M4. Only has 2 mags left. A little actually under 2 magazines, so... They'll have this one, and then 1 more. Molotov going to go in towards second fence. Maluk ready to molly back Silo. Utility raiding in, but in comes Carson. Top putt. He might have been blind. He still gets one. Mobs and Maluk, though, trading it back to a 3v3. Problems arising here for the Gaimin Gladiators. Make it worse as Mobs rips the head off of George's shoulders. Bomb gonna go down. Cynic and Jazz Pimp making their way in on the rotation. Mobs still behind first fence. Could even go for a mini swing here. Spots out Jazz Pimp. Cynic in the meantime has one. Mob stuck between a rock and a hard place. Too many different angles and a 1v2. One drops down. Bomb not planted for him. Cynic behind the silo. Jazz Pimp runs. Cynic with the trade. It's a costly round. A very expensive one. But a round nonetheless for the Gaimin Gladiators. Problem being that was the bonus for Team 1. They will have a full buy next round. The same cannot be said for the CT side.
I love that play, though. I mean, the effort, you can see Mulbs. He knew it, man. Like, he was just fully exposed in the open. One player behind Silo, the person coming through Mini, too. But the fact that he was still able to get that first kill, that timing is critical because Mulbs was able to still swing on that. So Cynic wins it, but just barely. But this is a tight game, man. Like, this already, we're only a few rounds in. Things are looking pretty good. And it's a 2-1, but man, it's a nail-biter. Both these teams kind of know what's at stake right now. We talked a lot about that in the pre-show. The importance of this. And now we're going to have a full gun round coming through. The utility not as strong as we want here from Team 1. But they still got enough. The smoke wall is going to be used, so they got them crossing. IDK now made it down to secret stairs. I don't know if it's a secret much here for the Gaimin Gladiators, but George going to backpedal off this ramp control. And look at that. There you go. IDK giving up his exposure and position, and see if he goes for this fight. Oh, Carson, he's able to get out.
Look at the space for IDK out on site, and he loses the duel against Carson. That's huge. George wins the ramp fight too. TRK has come through, but it's a 5v3. The 2 kills have been on the SMGs for the Gaimin Gladiators. Their weaker players have gotten the kills, and now an AK upgrade too for George. Team 1 have a lot to worry about, but Mobs, this position flanking up through heaven, can open up some space, can open up the site. This whole round rests on the shoulders of Mobs here in his return to the Team 1 lineup. Just a stand-in, by the way, folks, not an actual official rostered player, at least as of yet. He is still a stand-in, flashbang in, Cynic dodges, waiting for the swing. Mobs caught up by Jaspim, Cynic with the last 2 from second vents. And Gaimin Gladiators, they might not have a successful chance, at least at keeping it clean in their first round victory, but their second is a flawless, quite literally flawless. And Carson even still has the SMG to farm up some cash against the no armor players of Team 1.
Yeah, for Gaimin Gladiators, this is a strong map for them. I mean, it's a well distributed, almost I want to say even in terms of CT&T rounds. They brought it back to an even game. Full save coming in. The Glocks are being used. Jazz not able to get that kill. Oh my goodness. He sacrifices his body, but his teammates now, they're getting that reply, they're getting that retaliation, everything they need. It's just down to the lonely 2. Gaimin Gladiators don't want to lose any more, but they will. It's only going to be 2, but that's costly. That's a costly round for just Glocks.
That was an ugly engagement with Jaspim Outer Yard. That was ugly. He needs to be getting that kill every single time. No armor Glock, runs out of ammo, swaps to the knife. That should never happen there for Jasper. He's lucky his team won the round, only losing 1 more player after that. That could have gone horribly wrong for the Gaimin Gladiators. That's going to keep the economy a little more even here, a little more honest on the Gaimin Gladiators side too. They're not going to be able to buy up too much. Cynic, yeah, has a lot of money. B-Wolves does too. George, but both Carson and Jaspim down around the 1K range. That's not strong enough, and Cynic gets caught off guard. IDK just swings. No cares in the world, just wide swings in onto him. Wins that opening duel. George trying to refrag this, but he's making so much noise. IDK has the drop on him. IDK knows exactly where he is. He could get backstabbed, though. He's not watching his backside. Getting sprayed down by George. Good return frag. The Gaimin Gladiators now have a little more to fight with. But Pesadillo up on Marshmallow. Can't roast his opponent. Drops down, nading George down to 26 HP. Flashbang coming in from his teammates as well, but George is still sitting around outside. Jasper up on the boost. Will not make a mockery of his spray this time. Will spray down 2, nice and clean. And Team 1 at the mercy of the Gaimin Gladiators once again.
Yes, it's down to 2. A 4v2 situation now. Bomb's still in control, so Maluke's got it. He's holding it. Pace able to find that. Now Oh, that's a beautiful shot. A nice little one tap. And there it is. Carson, he's able to get the bomb drop too. Such a tough position. And then it's going to be Jazz from the sky. A good coordination between the Gaimin Gladiators. And now they put themselves in a 2-round advantage. We'll have to see. The money is looking a little dire here for Team 1. They're going to have to just go for the light pistols. Bit of utility. What do we see now? They've had that control in Squeaky Bogs. I don't know. Do they go for it again?
It wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, Gaimin Gladiators have struggled to really hold against the faster plays. So this could definitely work, and they're going to go vent drop, actually. Drop the molly through the vents as well, cover their retreat. And this could work out well. Carson does pick up IDK. George working his way onto the site. There could be a gap in the smoke, but Pace is going to plant in it. Read well by George. And Malbs running around back silo, mowed down as well. Cynic actually the one to finish him off. Carson will pick up Maluk, and TRK last alive should be taken out soon by Jasper here, who's holding the line. Takes a lot of damage, actually. Flashes in, does not need to fight this. Just needs to stay alive. Keep the guns in their hands. Minimize the casualties and reinvestments. 5-2 would be the score if all goes as it should, considering this is a 1v5 with a Tech 9, half armor, no utility, no bomb.
Nice shot onto Cynic, taking down low. He's just looking for a gun. He's looking for anything. And now they're just pushing him. They're just gonna... Oh no, they're just going. They're a full hunt. It's a hunting spree. There you go. No casualties here for Gaimin Gladiators, and very important. I mean, their money's building up. This is a good note for them. But like you said, the last, what, 2 rounds? A messy engagement, but this is looking a lot more clean. We'll see the full AKs coming through. TRK did have just enough funds to go for the op. Would have been a glass cannon, would have been pretty sketchy, but decides to just fully rifle up with the util. Definitely agree with it, especially on T side nuke. We'll see what we get a little bit different from them. We haven't seen that full aggression as of yet on a gun round. And I mean, the one thing to note here too, Boggs, is, I mean, Gaimin Gladiators, all these players, they're over 1.5 rating, whereas actually 3 of the players from Team 1, they're kind of sitting at about like a 0.97, 0.99. So quite a bit of a difference.
Yeah, it's kind of been the rough season here for Team 1. It has not been pretty for them. But the fact that they're 1 win away from playoffs, unless Brazen win, actually, we have a bit of an update there on the tiebreakers. If Brazen win and Team 1 win, neither Team 1 nor Gaimin Gladiators will make it into playoffs. So there's some food for thought for you. Team 1 need Brazen to lose and themselves to win. Never mind, we do have another update. It scratched what you just heard. Sorry guys, we're still trying to get all the tiebreakers and everything worked out here live and on the fly to give you guys the best information. So, Team 1 win will secure them playoffs. That is the final verdict here. George, though, will put Pesa down under. IDK working around towards Secret Stairs, though. Destroy Cynic. That's a great repeat. Speaking of Cynic, I'm surprised he hasn't pulled out the op yet. He's had an opportunity or two to do so. Out in Astralis plant, George is mowed down. 1 HP on TRK, but that will not count for a kill. IDK gonna get caught out. No, Jasper looks the wrong way. Still wins the duel. 3v3, making it whack onto the site. 2 coming in from ramp side. Jaspimp is known to be in the tunnels. B-Will's holding for a peek. Not blinded there, Malbs. Looking back and forth, Jaspimp being held for by TRK, but he's not going to peek this yet. Now ready to go wide, ready to peek in. The smoke will isolate them. Jaspimp falls to TRK. Carson goes down to Malbs. B-Will's 1v3, no time, he's fading out. Does get 1 exit. Will get hunted though, will fall here to Malbs. Big swing, big kill there for Malbs. No survivors, but surely now we get the op on the Gaimin Gladiator side, right?
Yeah, we definitely got to see it now. It hasn't been brought out yet. They got the money. He's sitting at that 8,500. Oh, he doesn't go for it. They actually decide to go for the 5 rifles. A different strategy that we see from the Gaimin Gladiators. And to be honest, I'm quite shocked. With a scoreline like this, you would think it's kind of a time where they could utilize it all.
And had the money.
And you get the funds. This isn't just like scraping the bank account. Like you got extra. You got some savings, man.
Yeah, let Cynic get happy with it. Get frisky, you know? Let him pick up the op. Let him do what he does with it. Now, he's not necessarily the most prolific offer. he's not the strongest op. His rifle is still very good as we've seen so far. But having the op presence on this map would really isolate some of those angles for Team 1. You can do a lot to the outer yard with the op. You can do a lot towards that secret stairwell area by making your way through. You can take op shots into Squeaky. You can hold down ramp with it. There's a lot you can do to make the T-side think twice or even 3 times about what they're doing. And it's just going to be some mollies exchanged and a little bit of ramp control. Carson's taken down quite low, 36 HP. Lots of utility damage burning him away. Time is starting to run out a little bit here for Team 1. They're going to have to make a move pretty soon, and once the smoke fades towards Squeaky, that does seem to be high time, but they're almost out of utility last. 2 flashes, a smoke, and a nade?
They can't clear it. This is big for B-Wills. It's a flash, doesn't matter, maybe an HE. He's hit low, he's crunched. He can go for the swing, and there it is! He's able to find 2! There it is, the bomb dropped, and now Maluk has to come alive. He's able to find 2 more, finally put to the grave, but B-Wills, a little cheeky peek, and he gets himself a double. Yes, please.
Nice work there from B-Wills. Lack of utility haunting Team 1, and they're going to be on pistols. Tech 9s, 2 back 10s, so maybe a little bit more to work with here. But another fast A-play on the cards through the fire. They'll run through, getting mowed down by B-Wills, having himself another field day. Picks up a pair. Cynic and Carson add another 2. And TRK, the last man standing, waiting for a push, waiting for a hunt, which will presumably not come. Does not need to happen here. Jaspim holding an angle. It's the headshot. 7-3. Gaimin Gladiators having a very, very strong CT side here on Nuke. And the bit of a problem here for Team 1 is, well, the fact that the Gaimin Gladiators statistically are stronger on their T side.
Yeah, the T side really is a lot better. Well, I don't want to say a lot better. It is technically better. So the fact that we're seeing Gaimin Gladiators picking up this big of a lead already, 7-3, Team 1, gonna have to get themselves back into composure. There's a lot of good locking down that we're seeing from the Gladiators. Some good utility usage, and Carson does some big damage. Oh, he might be able to find this kill, but oh, Pesa, he's able to just get out of there. He sneaks through. So now Gaimin Gladiators know there's a potential for it, but they're not 100% sure. Oh, he might actually go for the hunt now. He's looking for him. Oh, will he find him? Oh, no! Oh, no! They go away from each other! Oh, no, it's a fork in the road.
What? No, what?
Oh, my God! What? Oh, Pesa gets it! It's messy, it's greasy again. But it's fine, he gets the first opening duel, and Carson doesn't check his corners.
That's an oil filter that hasn't been changed in 3 years, man. That's disgusting. And now Jaspim's gonna get that kill after almost flubbing it. What is going on in this round? This is just pandemonium, and then B-Will shoots right over the head of Maluk. Jaspim swings in, demolishes TRK, stays in the open, leaving it all down to George in a 1v3. He has a good headshot angle. He's tapping away, and Maluk will put him down with a big green gun. No half secured just yet for the Gaimin Gladiators. Team 1 get a little bit of a gift there, and I'm sure they'll take it. I'm sure they will love that. Another round of the board, closing that gap a little bit more. 6 rounds surely would be fine here for Team 1, at least in theory. You get 6 rounds on your T side, you should be good. Under your map, take it.
Now the outside smokes are coming through, so they're going to go on towards Secret. Full aggression on there, and the molly actually gets placed. It does make it past. It doesn't make too much of an impact. TRK taken down to 76, so that's fine. Jazz. Ooh, he misses every single shot. Close, though. Now, Team 1. They got themselves in a particular spot here, Boggs, and now Gaimin Gladiators putting matters to a little bit of their own hands. They're going to be clearing the lobby, and they get now the information. Pace of the 1 player in lobby. So if he dies, he's going to be able to get that kill. I mean, the gun barrel gave it away. And look at this now. Cynic now getting himself inside the lower sight, but I don't think he knows they're here. And Maluk, he finds it. Another one on top of it. Gaimin Gladiators, it is falling apart, and it's going down quick.
London Bridge is falling down. So is George, and B-Will's now just running away, trying to save Maybe he'll live to fight another day. Surely he doesn't go for this, right? Like, there's literally no reason to commit. There's literally no reason to lose your gun here. One more kill doesn't really do much. Save the op. Save the op. B-Wills. Save the op.
Good night. Good night, B-Wills. Sweet dreams. The dream of the op will not be in the deck of cards. A big save round coming in for Gaming Gladiators. We saw a full stack inside before. Do we see something a little bit different? One PC utility will be purchased. A molly. One molly to rule them all.
One molly to find them, one molly to bring them all, and in the darkness burn them. Oh, it won't burn them. Carson will get a bow down here with the 5-7, though, and actually George swings for another. Here's a possibility of a round now. Pesadillo, IDK, Maluk all getting a couple of kills now. It's all down to Carson, blind as a bat, spraying away, burning himself. And now he'll fade. Sixth round for Team 1 and a chance for more. This is not bad at all. This is a great recovery.
Yeah, this is a big recovery. We talked about it was clean, and I think it's a bit messy in terms of Gaming Gladiators. I don't know what's happened, but 3 rounds gone through for Team 1, but they're starting to get themselves back into a nice little bit of a swing. No op here still for the CT side. All rifles. Op still in the hands of Maluk. Gonna be waiting things out. George just trying to put aggression on towards ramp. And now Mulbs inside a trophy. Back to the lobby control we go. And Team 1 not really playing the outside game a lot this one, Boggs. I'm actually quite surprised. We haven't seen it too often. They've only done it the odd few times. Maybe like out of 14 rounds, like 3? Maybe 4?
Yeah, and the thing is, most of their successes have been towards the upper site. They've been getting a lot of openings, a lot of plants. Sometimes they've converted down towards B, a couple of vent drops, a couple of ramp plays, but it's been a really inside heavy take here, and that's a great little double squeaky play. Could have gone poorly for him, but they hit the shots. When you have Mulbs on your side, it's a great player to watch your 6 or even take the entry for you. Now they're going to go down the vents, but Cynic will at the very least pop 1. No, he'll go for 3. He'll get the eagle. It's going to be an 8-6 scoreline now with the Gaimin Gladiators looking for a 9th. Plenty of money here to buy up for Team 1. That will not be a concern. Gaimin Gladiators do recover well. Cynic putting up a big round there. And actually, look at the kill count, how even it is over on Gaimin Gladiators. 12, 11, 11, 10, 10. That is everybody having their moment, everybody chiming in and supporting. Meanwhile, on Team 1, it's Maluk, Mulbs, and Pesa putting in the vast majority of the work.
It's a big no. A really good thing to keep an eye on. And there it is, Pesadillo trying to get aggressive, and oh, look at this, Team 1! They've been able to get themselves inside the site. Cynic now above, he's able to get the 1 kill, another teammate close on by in the heavens, not able to help out. This is the last round, he has to commit to something. He's only got an AK, so it's a firefight, gets a nice little double tap. He's still got some time, the bomb hasn't been planted yet. So he could mix things up, but he's gonna go for the attempt number 2, Boggs.
I like the fadeaway, then going back up the ladder. IDK still ready for it, but he now has to deal with Pesadillo. 15 HP for George, needs the headshot, or at least the double body. Pesa is low, but there's no utility here for George. It's going to come down to a bit of timing. He cannot fall. He cannot die. He has to get the kill. He has to win this fight clean. And he's not spotted Pesa anywhere. Dropping down, charging in. Knows exactly where he is now. Taps the bomb. No swing. Flashbang in. George wins it blind. Does he have the time? Yes, he does. It's going to be a 9-6 here for Gaimin Gladiators. And that is a great way to wrap up the half here, lads. That is a huge hero play from George. That early preemptive flashbang gives away his own position for Pesa. And, man. Also, guys, we do have a bit of an update. God sent one map 1 against Brazen. 16-1.
Yeah, I had to listen to that. My brain was like, I'm sorry, did he just say 16-1? Whoo-wee.
16-1.
Okay, Godsend ain't messing around, but I mean, like you said, Boggs, I mean, this was a really big lead that we saw from Gaming Gladiators with a nice 7-3. Team 1, I don't know what on earth happened. They got a second wind in the sails, and they started bringing things back. A nice little bit of a victory that they can win the half for Gaming Gladiators. But now things get interesting as they get to go on that T side, and theoretically, that's a side that they do a little bit better on.
Yeah, we could look to see a good, strong half from the Gaimin Gladiators going into half number 2. We'll see that break, and when we come back, Gaimin Gladiators on T, 9-6, GG.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Look at the mask and what are we doing? What's on the record? I'm just living my life while you relaxing, taking the back so that we can pass. Look at the
We're back into the action. It's Gaimin Gladiators on the T side. It's Team 1's map pick, and they will be on CT, trying to defend and take their own map pick before we go to Inferno, which could be a little scary here for Team 1, especially if Gaimin Gladiators are able to pick this one up. Aggression from IDK, though. That's the bomb at his feet. He's going to get taken up. No, he's not. Carson finally finishes him off. George has got one more, but TRK now closing the gap. Swings around for two. Maluk helps out for the next. It's all down to Carson. He was the one who could have started it off. He is the one who has to finish it all here for the Gaimin Gladiators. At the very least, we'll get a bomb plant on the B site. That is the least that you can ask for on a T side pistol, and it can still give you a leg or two to stand on. Carson does a little bit of damage, takes a lot more onto another, but he does so much and yet gets nothing for his effort aside from the plant. Man, that could have been a lot worse for Team 1. They could be counting their lucky stars. They got away with that.
Okay, I can't even break down this plan of attack from Team 1. You have IDK opening Squeaky. He just runs through. It's like a Leroy Jenkins move. Like, the guy just went in, commits to the fight, takes the bomb carrier down. Carson struggles to get it. Then you have another player come in from the back. He's able to get a kill. Just an unusual strategy, and I think even Gaimin Gladiators, they were just blown away by like the quickness of it and just kind of like, what are they doing?
Yeah, they weren't allowed to set up. They were not allowed to set. They were not allowed to get ready, and Carson's not allowed to play the rest of this round. Neither is B-Wills. Nice work from Maluk. A little cheeky boost over credits. I like that play a lot. It works out great for Team 1 against the force of the Gaimin Gladiators. Peso with the FAMAS outguns the the MAC-10, and Maluke's got himself a third on the round. The Oppert putting up work with a rifle, low on health, spotted out by Jazz Pimp. 1v5 scenario here. Does have the first of 5 required. That's smoke in credits, allowing him to move a little bit longer. Could evade the vision of Maluke a little bit more. Nah, there's too many targets, too many angles. He's dead to rights, and it's 4 for Maluke there. Great work again from Team 1. This time it's the outside pressure, the outside control, the long-range fights. And we're 1 round away from being all tied up here, and it's not going to be a good buy from the Gaimin Gladiators either. It'll be pistols, maybe a bit of utility Nander's flash or two. But overall, 9-9 should be our score, barring any miraculous plays with the Glock or the Deagle and P250 in the hands of Jazz, Pimp, and George.
Yeah, 1 player to hold all the utility. I don't know how I feel about that. And oh my goodness. It's just a full send-off. It's the Paces show. Oh, and he's just looking for more. He gets a triple. Finally gets traded. That's fine, Cynic. Oh, man. For Gaimin Gladiators, this is looking scary. Bit of a fake reload coming in from TRK to see if his opponent will go for it. Go for the sound bait. Yep. MP9 still in the hand for Cynic. Last player alive. It's a 1-on-4. He's got the smoke. He's got double flashbangs here too, but he's got the Deeg. He's got the silver bullet.
1 shot, 1 kill with the Deagle. The MP9 doing a little bit more pea-shooter damage. That's a nice one from Cynic, though. At the very least, thinning out that economy a little bit more. Goes for another. Cannot replicate it. 9-9 will be our score. Rifles will be held on to by Team 1, most importantly. Here comes the full AK buy from the Gaimin Gladiators, though. We're back at a 0-0 scoreline, though, for all intents and purposes. We're all tied. We're all level. Now, the op is out for Maluke. This could pose a big problem here for Gaimin Gladiators. This could be a big problem. I don't know how they're going to be able to counter Maluke, who's popping off so well on the T side now when he's on the more favorable defensive position. Smoke outside is a big gap, and that's been spotted by Maluke. They have to know this is all just a ruse. They're going inside. What an angle for both sides! And Cynic's going to be the one to win that duel. Gets dinked. He'll win it, though. M4 not able to kill him. Slow and steady now from the Gaimin Gladiators, trying to sweat out the utility of Team 1. Make him use a lot more of it. Maluke coming in for the refrag, not finding any bit of information aside from the fact that there's nobody out there. Which is information technically by definition of the word. Carson takes a little bit of damage, spotted out by TRK. Nade goes forward, does nothing. Gaimin Gladiators burning down the clock, burning down my patience, and we'll see if they want to move somewhere or Carson just wants to eat HEs for breakfast. Squeaky push perhaps on the cards as Gaimin Gladiators are still here. Malbs is creeping up forward. He's through the smoke. Malbs could do him dirty here. IDK sitting around back in the open, ready to swing, spots the utility line up there. That's exactly what he wants to do. Spraying blind, picks up a third. Malbs comes in on the flank. Cynic wondering what the heck just happened. Where are my teammates? How do they all die? And it's the lethargy, it's the procrastination from Gaimin Gladiators that costs them. IDK will burn. Cynic gets one from the grave, but is it what he wants? Not in the slightest. Team 1 grab the lead here. Grab double digits first on their map pick of Nuke. Gaimin Gladiators, no plant, gonna have to buy up pistols again. Half buy it here. Some armor, some utility. Nothing really to work with aside from those Tech 9s and some utility. Vent drop perhaps on the cards. Nade going through, smoke onto the molly, flashbang going in. Double smoke now, TRK. Just gave him a route down into the vents, but the spams are trying to take them out if they did attempt that coercive action. They're not going to make their way down. Instead, they're going to still stall out in lobby. The same thing that caused them so much issue in the last round. Gaimin Gladiators have gone back to it again on a pistol round where you would expect them to go a little more fast, a little more furious, try and use the Tech 9 to the fullest extent of the weapon, run and gun, close the gap, hold W mouse 1, hit the headshot, throw a smoke outside, let Jaspin lurk with it, double smoke wall actually. And are they going to commit to the A take? Are they going to go through lobby here? What's the plan from the Gaimin Gladiators? Because Jaspim's now down. He's been tagged, but I don't think he's been heard. Pace is expecting somebody down here, though. And that's not a duel Jaspim can necessarily win. IDK, though, exposed and blind, will get traded out nicely. TRK second vents, close up and personal. M4A1 so strong. Spraying away for a second, swings out for the third, steals the kill from Pesa. Jaspim blast alive, not much he can hope to do. TRK, nice little quad. Team 1, 2 rounds up now. Could have been messy, could have been dangerous, but they've kept their rounds pretty clean on the CT side. It's a very good sign here for Team 1. The Gaimin Gladiators can buy up again, but with how much they're stalling out, how much they're just consenting to sit back, live and let live, it's letting them die instead. It's leading to their own doom, to their own demise. It's leading to them getting caught off guard because Team 1 are playing very hyper-aggressive CT side here. Malbs is not afraid to push. He knows he's the better player. He knows he can push in and try and take somebody down in a raw aim fight. They're going to collapse on this. Look at Pace's angle just out in the open towards outer yard. Sitting behind a corner. IDK around the smoke. He's going to get caught out by George, who's going to have an angle on a couple of these players. Luke walks in with the op, though. That's a huge kill, bringing it back to a man advantage. Molotov keeping at bay. He unscopes at the wrong time. Burns away a little bit more. Down to the one-shot territory. Bomb's going to go down. Retake could even happen before it's planted fully. Nice flash into Carson. Great for Malbs as B-Wills is blind as well. 1v4 for Cynic this time. There's no way he can even get one out of this, lads. It's going to be a 12-9 scoreline.
Oh, it is. And he actually commits that peek through the smoke, too. So he gets taken out. And now the lead is just getting bigger and bigger here for Team 1. They're looking a lot better now. That op is coming into effect. And that's something we talked about for Gaimin Gladiators on their CT side. We didn't see it. But now for Team 1, it's starting to look like it's doing the deed against these guys. And the Gaimin Gladiators are going to call this timeout. A little bit of a chance for them to figure things out. They got the money for the gun round here, Boggs, but it's just they're losing control, especially these post plants. We're not seeing them contain those sites like they should be. And now Team 1, they're starting to look a little bit like the old-fashioned that we're used to.
Yeah, this is the Team 1 that was so scary. And this is the Team 1 that you want to see. You want to see them playing aggressive. You want to see Malbs just fragging out. Maluk actually far and away the top fragger on the server. He's been steadily chipping away at those kills, getting 1-2 kills around. Sitting just over a kill around right now. He's having a good series.
Game. Yeah, he's 24 and 12.
Yeah,
we talked about the
KD.
Yeah, you know, that's just a casual. Casual. You know, fine. Not just casual. We're fine. We're fine. But that's the difference, right? I mean, Gaimin Gladiators, everybody's pretty neck and neck in terms of the scoreline, but it's great when you can have a player pop off a little bit too. We thought it was going to be Malbs. We thought Malbs might, you know, kind of ignite this thing, get going, but I guess he kind of put that effect onto Maluk, and now he's starting to do well, and George is able to get a good spray, so Pesa gets taken now. That's a good kill. That's still a strong player that's made some impact. So now Gaimin Gladiators, they got a little bit more room to work with.
A little more room. Everyone likes more room on the T side. It can really make your life a lot easier. You can find more holes, more angles to exploit. The Gaimin Gladiators are going to try and find that hole. They're going to try and worm their way in somewhere. Get in there and really stick it to Team 1. Get back on the scoreboard here. They've failed to win a round on the T side so far. It's been 6 in a row for Team 1.
This is so weird. Yeah, like, I mean, this is the thing is, like, CT side, we were, like, a little bit surprised. We're like, okay, they won the half on CT side. That's pretty good. And now it should be decent sailing, but Team 1, now they put the blue on. They're looking a lot better, too. And again, like you said, they haven't won a round. This is 6 in a row that we've seen from Team 1. And I always talk about the mental fortitude of these teams and how much this could affect it, but we'll have to see. The smokes come in, the lower, it's going to be Malbs. Look at this positioning, it's a little bit off. He's still able to pulp it. He's able to find a kill. 8 seconds left. They have to get this plant down. It's got to get done. It will make it in time. A bit of an open plant coming in, and TRK now going to fall, so it's just down to IDK. A 1-on-3 situation. 2 of them are low. He's able to find the first. Can he find himself one more? They're still waiting around. Double flash, triple flash waiting here. I'll have to see, and he's low. He's down to 23, Boggs, and Cynic, he might be able to get this. He's going into a bit of a trap, but now he's isolated them. But he's going to get down, and we see the first round come through in Gaimin Gladiators.
It's a good round from Gaimin Gladiators. They work it off well, but the thing is they kind of really just put the brakes on after doing anything on their T side right now. And they're very content to just sit and wait. They're lucky they didn't get punished for it, because Team 1 have punished them for it in rounds prior. They have pushed in, gotten the flanks. They've read the rounds very well. This could be a change of pace now for the Gaimin Gladiators. A lot of utility flooding into the outer yard. You see all those tracers, all the flashes and smokes. Molotovs just raining through. Nades coming in as well. So much being expended for this red box control for the Gaimin Gladiators. Cynic trying to do what he can. Spray from IDK, doing just a little bit of chip onto George. Jazz Pimp will make his way down the stairwell as well. Just on the other side of the wall is Pesadello. Jazz is actually going to wait for it, perhaps. Wait for somebody to come through. Molotov in towards double doors. IDK's made his way down to the B site. Cynic's waiting for some pushes as well. Gaimin Gladiators have made so much noise, they almost have to make their move quickly, or else they will get so red, they're not going to have a way back out.
They have such a good crossfire too. IDK just being behind this position, such a tough spot. Such a difficult one to hit. Smoke comes in, Maluk now still waiting in radio. Watching for it. IDK, he's actually been able to drop the bomb too. Oh, and just now it's falling apart once more. The Gaimin Gladiators, this knight in shining armor, it's starting to get a little bit of an effect. And now B-Wills comes up big. Jazz in him. He's able to just find these multi-kills? How do they make this work? No smoke to block it off, but they got the flash. They got some time. They only got 30 seconds though, and now it's all just down to Jazz. 3 HP. Just kidding. He's got no HP.
No HP, no chance of the round when Carson goes down. 13-10 now for Team 1. It is their map pick. That's the one thing to keep in mind here. Gaimin Gladiators, not a bad team on Nuke, but Team 1 play it all the time. They played it almost double the amount of times Gaimin Gladiators have in the last 3 months. Timeout called. Gaimin Gladiators calling their second tactical. Wanting to figure out what to do here. Their money's in an awkward spot, too. 3 players can full buy. Carson and George would be Galil's armor, no utility. Or Carson would be no head armor. AK if he really wants to go for that. Not gonna go for it. Hero AK on Jazz Pimp. B-Will's down to 1050. Carson and George buying down to around 2k. It's a weird hero buy half buy round.
Yeah, very unique. I mean, they got the 3,400 loss bonus, but this round it's a mixed buy. It's an interesting one, and the utility is again relying on Cynic to get it going. Both the riflers are going to take some damage, but B-Wills is just getting hot and heavy. He's hot on the heels. Now he's been able to find this kill. Maluk, he's trying to just shoot right through the smoke. Oh my goodness. It's going to be Mobs to help him out. The double system, the buddy system to the getter. And now Gaimin Gladiators, they've been able to take on to Heaven. And B-Wills, you got to hit the shot. He's able to find it now. Oh boy, Team 1. They need to come alive, but right now it's the Gladiators. They are making this more entertaining.
Brought it to a 2v2, but B-Wills is a dead man walking 9 HP. Could go for the swing onto the opper, give him a better chance of survival than against the rifle. But Malbs is working his way out. Flashes here. Carson sitting on silos. Has to rely on B-Wills to get the information. Get at least one kill for him. Carson coming down to the timing. Does he peek the right angle? Spots the gun. He spots out Maluk, who takes a shot. Malbs now knows where he is. But it's ring around the rosy. But B-Wills swings around. Maluk hits a no-scope. And oh, baby, this could work. The spray and pray. It's wide. It's wild. The knife. He's dead. And Team 1 get a 14th as B-Wills falls to his doom. Of all the ways to lose the round, that is the most painful.
Oh no. Oh, he was so low of HP. He didn't even pay attention to go down. The sheer panic, he knew the defuse was just seconds away and he dies. Oh, his own demise. Oh, now Gaimin Gladiators, they're just going to rush the inside site. They're going to go for it on the gun round, but TRK stops it. He barricades. Now the trades are back in. They got themselves in the site. The mollies are being placed perfectly timed, Molotov, I got to add. That's now pushed this CT back. Pesadella down to 42?
Yeah, Cynic and Carson taking a bit of burn damage too. So it's not pretty for either side. Mobs wins a clean duel against George, though, and that's a big problem for the Gaimin Gladiators, as their last two players are about half HP each. Molotov being right-clicked in, they know there is one in heaven. They have the general idea where Maluk is as well, and Mobs. So at the very least, the Gaimin Gladiators know where to expect their opponents from. The problem is, can they win the duels? Mob swings out wide. Cynic has the read. Maluk with the utility gets caught by Cynic. Big pickups here for the Gaimin Gladiators, IGL, and he's gonna pin it up in the end. He puts Pesa through the ringer. He just finishes him off, and he clutches this one up in the 1v1. Gets all 3 kills he needs to there. And the Gaimin Gladiators will keep Team 1 off 15. This is a big, big round for the Gaimin Gladiators to gain. More so because Team 1's money is also in a very incredibly awkward spot. Pistols on 4, rifle on 1. 5.7s, deagles. The 5.7s, though, are very scary in close quarters combat, and that's something you can find often on this map of Nuke. Perhaps a ramp play on the cards for the Gaimin Gladiators. A lot of lobby controls and lurking around at our yard. And Maluk has the lone rifle outside too. If they go in through hut, IDK can have a field day. Takes 6 damage from the nade. He's not going to mind that too much.
Yeah, he's not going to mind that at all. Molly gets placed here from Cynic. Oh, but Maluk, the one rifle, the heavy hitter. He's still pouncing on these players. Now he's going to get pushed back. A deep Molotov now used. Oh, they're actually committing this fight. They want to remove this. They want to take out the threat. Maluk now gets the information. He hears that George is making all the noise in the world. He's got some heavy boots on, but George is still able to win that fight. So now the rifle's been extinguished. It's been gone. It's just down to some deagles and also a 5.7, but Mobs, he's almost able to find a kill, but now he has to reposition, find something different. Lots of time, though, for Gaimin Gladiators.
They're going down to B. They're getting down to business. There's nobody really here on the side proper. It's a free plant, at the very least, for the Gaimin Gladiators. But an AK and an M4 to be picked up here for Team 1, both out towards lockers. IDK's made his way downtown now. He can stop the plant if they're not careful. He opens the door. He's going to get spammed down a little bit more. Closes it back again. Game of cat and mouse, opening and closing. But he's not going to fall just yet. Mulb's making a lot of noise in towards radio. Surely they've heard the call. Now they have to know he's up here as the glass breaks. Jaspip and Carson ring a couple of bells, but Pesa answers back with one and damage onto another. Pesa with the rifle. Mulbs with the deagle. George on 9 HP. Can he stand tall? Sprays down one. Astralis plant, but he's up against Mulbs. 1v1, dancing around the silo. Mulbs runs him down. Running headshot. No kit, no time. 14-12, Gaimin Gladiators live to fight another day, but it is way too messy. They cannot rely on those kinds of rounds to get them a map victory here against Team 1. Lucky stars can be counted and thanked. But the buy here is not going to be the best. Cynic on a MAC-10 already. Carson and George could be lacking in terms of utility. And Team 1? Hero rifle for Mulbs. If it's any other player, it's not half as scary.
I like the fact that Mulbs gets that deagle headshot like in the corner of the silo. Oh, hang on. All right. He's just going to run on in. Cynic, MAC-10. Okay, there we go. Money is getting grabbed right now. That's the beauty of this strategy. I mean, now the Roard comes in. Mulbs is only able to find one kill. He gets a bit aggressive. Now it's just down to Maluka. USP. A nice looking one to add. I don't know how you feel about it, but I like it.
Wideouts are nice. I am rocking an Orion myself right now, though.
Ooh, 1 HP.
1 HP, that's one.
1 HP. Whew. Okay. 1 round away from tie game, and back to the rifles we go. Not enough for the AWP. It's going to be the M4. No A4s. Can't have that.
No A4s allowed. Sorry, Swish. This is a critical round, though, for Team 1, because it's a swing. Team 1 will be broke, and they could go down 15-14 first. But if they win this, Gaimin Gladiators are going to have to force up with whatever they can muster, and it's not going to be pretty. Double up, top up, Mustang. TRK takes them both down. Now it's George to respond with one, but only one kill. Cynic and Jaspin with the whole world to do here. And through the smoke, Jaspin actually does win one. IDK still answers. They know where TRK is. They know IDK is somewhere on site. Don't know there's a player towards heaven. Cynic with one. Low HP, though. This is not exactly a good situation for him. Nice swing out from IDK, or TRK, excuse me. And it will be 15 on the board here for Team 1. No bomb play means Gaimin Gladiators are going to be hurting in the money department. They'll buy what they can. They'll buy what they can muster. It's not going to be the best. Maybe a rifle on Jaspin, but go Lil for B, Wills and AK. Double Tex and a Mac. Ramp rush. Ramp rush it, Gaimin Gladiators. Do it. This is the round to rush ramp.
You heard him. But they ain't listening, Boggs. They've ignored the strategy. And a desperate buy on round 29, and just to stay alive in this game. One away here for Team 1. Their pick. It's been close. It's been a nail-biter. There's been a lot of suspense, and now Gaimin Gladiators potentially grouping themselves up. A deep smoke comes in. They have the utility if they want to go through this blind. Maybe a little bit of a Stewie 2K. They will not. They will wait it out.
They'll wait for that smoke, but on the other side is Malbs. If they don't blind him, they will be dead. It is a certainty with Malbs on the other side of this AK. Flash won't blind him. Malbs swings away, has to run. They're closing the gap quite quickly, breaks the radio room windows, mauling to J-Hall. Stalls out the rotation of Maluk. Down to the B side, they have to flood. Malbs sitting up close, pace up from Decon. Will clean up one. Rotation still coming down. Gaimin Gladiators have to make a move. Malbs gets caught looking somewhere else. That opens up some space. The bomb can go down, and now there's life for the Gaimin Gladiators. That's a gun picked up too.
And they have
2
no money.
AKs. They've made noise. Yeah, Team 1 don't have a lot of cash. It's a 4v4, so at the very least try for it. They get a couple of kills like that, definitely go for it. Now with Cynic getting the one return frag, now make it 2. Now it's where you say, but Maluk's brought it to a 1v1. This is doable. This is winnable again. B-Wills, Maluk has a kit. Looks for 28. Molotov, the hold off B-Wills. It's not planted for him. B-Wills has to go for it. Maluk sticking and holding. Pros don't fake, boys, and that's exactly why. Maluk clutches the round, clutches the game, and map number 1 will go the way